Well, welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to be on the call this rainy, I'm telling you what, downpour type night in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It is 8 o'clock Dallas time on Monday, April the 10th. And, there's just something about that song that just reminds me so much of each one of us that have taken the time out this evening to jump on this call. We are all small boats in a big ocean, and we're sending big waves into motion. And I hope that none of you back up from that. This business is a very, very simple business, but it is not easy. But nothing in life, if it's easy, cheap, and convenient, most likely it's not worth having. So tonight we're going to spend the next few minutes, and I'm going to talk about daily method of operation. And, I find even in my own life, every day, at the end of the day, if I can account for some of the things that I have invested, the precious time that each one of us have, and turn it into what we talk about in terms of dollar signs, okay? What is a daily method of operation? The abbreviated term, a lot of times that we refer to in this industry, it's called DMO. That is the activity of what you're doing every day to build your Global Rescue Direct business or your business, okay? You have to ask yourself, are you using all of the tools that are in your arsenal in some manner, okay? Are you scheduling Zoom presentations? Are you communicating with your mentor? Are you in the game day in and day out? Are you talking to new people? Are you engaged in networking events where the total focus is about getting your solution to a market with other people that are networking? Are you asking for referrals from people that you talk to? So those referrals begin to be added to a list, which is called your warm market list, okay? The focus of tonight is not warm market list, but on DMO. But adding new names to that list is so vital in this industry. And the coolest thing about it is I've just had the opportunity to meet two brand new people today that I did not know until today, okay? And I'm sure that some of you on the phone can probably say the same thing, all right? One of them said something to me yesterday. It was so profound. The gentleman that introduced the other two to me today, he's a brand new GBO. His name is Jim Benson, and he stated to me on the phone, he said, you know what, I'm going to spend the rest of my days making money and impacting lives. And I thought to myself, that is 70-plus years old. I wonder what he's been doing up to this point in time. So we began to engage in conversation, and he's actually been in the insurance industry pretty much his whole life. So when he said that to me, he said another thing, and I've shared it with a couple of people, and it was really phenomenal to me, and then I'm going to return back to the daily method of operation. But I make this point because this is very key to my DMO, meeting, greeting, and talking with people every day. He said to me, he said, Denise, he said, I have long thought that there's going to be somebody that comes along with a very brilliant idea and cracks open this thing called insurance. He said, I believe I may have just seen that. And it kind of took me back because, like I've told all of you, I've not had a tremendous amount of time with understanding insurance. But I can tell you one thing, I become a very good student of the game. And so becoming a good student of the game is all part of a daily method of operation, okay? Point number 2, being consistent with the DMO, okay? We always talk about, or you'll hear various leaders say, if you treat this business casually, you will become a casualty. There's never been anything more true. And I'll explain to you that as we discuss the passing of time in just a few moments. The consistency of our daily method of operation is going to make one of the biggest differences in establishing what is known as momentum, okay? Our personal DMO is our daily, not every other day, but our daily method of operation. And the number of tools that we're using each day is going to help further our momentum, all right? This is a very key point. The number of communications that you're setting up for those Zoom meetings, there's a direct correlation to people that are getting involved using the calculator and Zoom and their mentor to the results that are happening, okay? So you have, like I've already told you, a lot to do in your day. I know that. That's why prioritizing your life is so important. We're all busy, okay? We're not trying to take away your leisure time. We're actually trying to help you reach your goal and your purpose for being part of Global Rescue Direct, okay? And that is going to require us, each one of us, to pay attention to our Global Rescue Direct activities every day. Not our distractions, but the things that are involving Global Rescue Direct activities every day. If you set aside 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, 30 minutes a day, during that time, that's go time. That is your Global Rescue Direct time, okay? Persistent. That is another key component to the DMO. Succeeding here is going to be largely determined by being very persistent. And being persistent is in a direct proportion to your ability to remain focused on your DMO and those daily activities and the goals that you have set for yourself. You know, each one of us are different people. Each one of us have different goals and dreams and desires, okay? Some of us love the mountains. Some of us love the water. Some of us love the city. Some of us love the country. It doesn't matter. But if you can remain focused on your daily activities and the goals that you've set for yourself, you will achieve them. Do not ever give up. Let me be clear. You are one person, guys. I'm stressing this to you because you are one person from changing your entire financial picture, okay? You have the moment of Global Rescue Direct opportunity right before you, and you have the ability within you. And let me explain this to you, because if you did not, you never would have even been attracted to the Global Rescue Direct opportunity in the first place. I'm a vehement believer of that, okay? Always remember, we are never given a dream or a wish without also having been given the ability to make those dreams or wishes a reality in our life, okay? I have always said, God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. You will have to work for it each day, though. That is one caveat that must exist. What is one of the greatest things that I think I could help you with is helping you to learn what I call learning to drive the bus. We talked about it a little bit last week, and I'll go back to the 70-year-old new GBO scenario. This scenario is so profound because he said, Denise, I just have to learn how to talk and how to do all of the things and understand all of the things that I need to say. I said, please stop right there, Jim. Please don't try to learn it on day one. I want you to learn to drive the bus. And I said, do you know what I mean by that? He said, I don't know what you mean. I said, learn to drive them to a Zoom meeting and get very good at setting the appointment for the Zoom meeting, and someone with a greater level of skill than you right now will drive the bus and hit the home run. And then you will learn that you can earn while you're learning. You don't have to learn everything in the beginning, okay? And then the final point that I'm going to make on this 15-minute call this evening is I want you to understand the passing of time. I want you to understand that this is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Enough time has got to elapse so that all of your daily activities that you're engaging in can take root. I want you to think of it like a farmer. The farmer does not plant his crops in the springtime and then go out into the field in midsummer to dig up the seedlings and see how the roots are doing, right? The ideas that today you have planted in the minds of people about total care and about our Global Rescue Direct opportunity, they may need time to germinate. Commonly, I use a phrase that's called lag time, and we call it lag time versus momentum. Lag time is the time that has to elapse between an effort and a result from that effort, okay? So what you do today may not bear fruit for several weeks or even several months. I shared with each of you last week a contact from October, Okay, this is April. Just keep moving forward every day, exposing new people to the Total Care and Global Rescue Direct story. And stay in contact with those who have not yet responded. Okay, timing is everything. Remember, their mood will change and so will their needs. So I don't want any of you to fall into that trap of assuming that what you do today must produce a reward today. That is an employee mindset. I give you 8 hours, you give me 8 hours of pay. Okay? That thinking will find you giving up after 30 or 45 days of effort just because you can't see any measurable progress. Think about the employee. If they go to work for 40 hours and they don't get paid for that 40 hours, they're out of there. This business doesn't operate that way. It builds over time. And I can tell you this, you keep going and keep going and keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and you're going to build a walk-away income. And it will not have happened because of one seed that was planted in the ground. So I want to give each one of you the best chance for success here, but you must mentally prepare yourself for the bugs and the weeds that are going to threaten to invade your garden of your opportunity. And when I talk about the bugs and the weeds, it's going to be the naysayers, the negativity, the roadblocks to your momentum. Next week, I'm going to talk a little bit further and study those weeds and those bugs that get into your garden that begin to steal your dream. Okay? So 2 things that I want to remind each one of you of as we close this 15-minute call. Wednesday night, calculator webinar, developing week after week after week, getting the process down more finite, getting it to where when we're on the phone with a customer, we're out in 22 to 25 minutes, and then it is open to them to ask questions, which invariably lead to them wanting to know more. But at that point, it's on their time, and that's when we're able to make a big difference. So Wednesday call training, 9 o'clock Eastern time, just as we say. And then to those of you that operate on a Mac, we will have the Mac calculator released by tomorrow evening. So we did not want to have 2 versions, 2 different operating systems if we encountered any problems. So the methodical release of the Mac version of the calculator will be available tomorrow evening. So I will place it on the same page that you access the Windows-based calculator in your back office under the calculator option. So I hope each one of you have picked up some tidbits and understand the value of having a daily method of operation, whether it's 30 minutes a day, whether it's 1 hour a day, or whether it's 8 hours a day. Make certain that during that time for building your Global Rescue Direct business that you are dead-eye focused on doing activities that produce results over time, not overnight. You guys are awesome. I enjoy the time we spend together. I hope it's helped you, and I will have the recording put up on the Global Rescue Direct Facebook page, so if any of your teams were not able to get on the phone call this evening, they can listen to it and learn from it at their time. You guys take care. I'll see you on the webinar on Wednesday night. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.